Okay, this is the home stretch, and so he was our artist of the week was a banker in a commercial bank for a merchant bank for almost a decade, and then he decided to dump banking and go into the creatives. So now he's an actor, a model, a compare, and an entrepreneur, and he's called the Goldfish, aka Goldfish. Please join me to welcome Demilola Ogunsi.
Yeah, I was doing
No,
that
we
drum roll. I
should
was
see
doing
the
that
drum roll.
going
Come on, guys. What happened to the drum roll?
Thanks for having me here.
Welcome. So, Demilola Ogunsi is a compare actor, voiceover artist, and voiceover actor. Passionate about his craft, always ready to take on any role, both in theater and on camera. He trained at the New York Film Academy in acting for film. He presently has 25 works of major credit. Tribunal, Joche, Sons of the Caliphate. You were that policeman in Sons of the Caliphate,
Yes,
right?
I was.
How was it, that role?
Well, that was it was a major stretch for me because I'd never played that was the first time playing a cop, and I decided to go a different route than the normal. Just go like a CSI kind of guy who uses his head and all that. So it was fun playing that role. I had to spend 2 days at the FCT command though, with police officers learning how to move, how to turn, how to shoot, how to give files, how to salute, how to do all those things, how to wear your cap and all that. But it was really, really good. And the fans really loved it. I played good cop.
Yeah, not a bad cop.
Not bad cop. So
Yeah.
this time the fans really actually loved it. And the guy was wearing a 3-piece suit,
Yeah.
wears earpieces, uses a tab. Something like the future of NPF.
Of Nigerian police. But you said you spent 2 days at the...
FCT command, yes.
And the policemen actually worked with you for this?
Yes, they were actually excited. So I went there and told them that I wanted to meet an ASP because in the movie I was an ASP. So I wanted to meet an ASP, and so they introduced me to one, and I told them exactly what I was doing and why I wanted to be there. That I needed to get into the mind of a police officer, not just act it, but how do they live? How do they move? What's their life like? And the guy was really excited about it. That okay, the guy was feeling like a mentor. So I spent 2 days there, sat with them, ate with them. He taught me how to do different things, how to pass your file to your guy, how to turn, how to salute, how to wear your cap when you wear it, how to wear your uniform, how you speak, what different things mean, how to hold the gun, how to cock it, how to shoot it, how to different things. So it was an eye opener.
Really?
And so I brought all that into the Sons of the Caliphate, and it was well received. So one of my very major wins, actually.
Okay, so kudos to the producers of Sons of the Caliphate.
Yes, big ups to them.
Okay, but you were a banker for almost a decade.
Yes, I was.
That means you either studied accounting or banking and finance or economics. Which of them?
Actually, none of the above. I studied estate management in the University of in the University of Lagos. So in my working, I'd worked in 4 estate firms.
Okay.
Then of course I was really young then, of course, looking for where better pay and all that. So I got a job with Stanbic IBTC Bank then, and I loved this. I thought I could do 1 year. But all the while I've been doing theater since primary school days. I've always wanted to be an actor. When I was a kid, once I watch a movie and it's a kung fu movie, I'm fighting kung fu that day. If it's a RoboCop movie, I'm the robot that day. If it's whatever, it's a romantic movie, I'm the lover boy that day. So I've always wanted to be. So I've been doing that all along. So I joined Stanbic IBTC Bank, but I've always wanted to do acting. So on the side, in church, in school, on radio, I always do drama and all that. But it got to a point I realized, and I asked myself a question that, look, is this what you want to do for the rest of your life? You need to make a decision, and I'd spent by then I'd spent about 7 years, so I decided to go to film school. Okay, fine. I've been doing theater, I did a couple of films in Abuja then, but I really wanted to be, I wanted to go for it all, like a thoroughbred. So I decided, okay, let me go to film school. So I went to the New York Film Academy in Los Angeles to study acting for film. And when I came back, I knew, I was in Hollywood. So by the time I've been to Universal, been to Warner Bros. By the time I was coming back, I knew this was what I wanted to do. So a couple of months later, especially after we shot Tribunal, I resigned, and it's been almost 3 years now that I left the bank, and it's been a good ride. It was a risk I took, and at that time, when I resigned, I didn't have I used to tell my friends, I didn't have a wife at that time. I didn't have a dog. So it was just me. So I just took off, and so far so good. 3 years down the line, I have no regrets. I'm totally happy with my decision. It's been one great thing to another.
So wait, you quit the bank. Yeah, before the bank, you had other stint. Now you entered the bank, and then you quit. What were the reactions from people around you, family and friends?
Well, to be very honest, firstly, my colleagues just really thought I was crazy. Like, well, they normally think I'm crazy. Okay, Dami just does weird things and just comes out with these decisions and he just goes for it. And so they thought I was really, really crazy. Like, "Wow, you're going to leave banking, a good job. I was head of a unit. You know, you're going to leave this job to go and do acting." But I've also seen that, you know, there's no craft in the world. There's nothing you do in the world. If you're good at it, you would also make a good living and you would leave a legacy. And this is always tugging at my heart, that I want to play characters, you know, and every time I do it, I enjoy. This is something I can do, you know, even without getting paid. Now, for all the producers who are watching this one, this is 2020.
Please take note. He doesn't want to get paid.
I'm not joking right here, but this is something that comes from the heart, you know. So everyone thought I was crazy. For my parents, I didn't tell my parents when I was resigning. I think they got to know like 4 months down the line, you know, that I'd resigned, because I not like anything would have happened if I told them, but I also didn't want anybody to really, talk me out of it. That, look, why don't you wait for a while and all that, or go wait, and after a while, after you get married, you know, tell your wife after a while that, darling, I want to leave the bank, you know, I want to go into acting. You know, and maybe there's a baby then, and they'll now call family meeting. And you're like, this guy.
I know someone who told his wife he wants to go to New York Film Academy, and the wife said, "After that, what next?" And he got stuck as it. Do you even want to know what I want to do? Who told his what next? You know, taking that decision before you got married and all of that. Maybe that was a good one you did.
Yeah, I think so. I thought about it.
Okay, so let's see this. So you won in 2019. You won the More Clue as All Youth Awards, Maya Awards Africa as the Best Actor of the Year.
Yes, I did. I'm really excited and proud to have won that. I'm really happy.
Let's see. Okay, so let's go back to your lineup of, what do they call it now? Video credits or movie credits?
My show reel.
Your show reel. Oh, okay. So the Tribunal, Ajoche, Sons of the Caliphate, Mokalik, Our Husbands Have Gone Mad Again, Bros J in Worry, Drawing Strength, and the Spanish hit musical Mamma Mia. You were in Mamma Mia?
Yes,
the state one?
Yes.
It just ended?
Yeah, it just ended yesterday. We had 19 shows. It was totally amazing, and you missed it.
Yeah.
I forgive you, but it was totally amazing.
I'll make up for it. I have a friend who will shoot me for not even showing up one day, but okay, I'll make up for it.
I'm sure, but we're definitely going to bring it back again. Definitely.
Wow, what made it so interesting? I mean, growing up, you listened to ABBA, right?
Definitely.
And then you watched the movie.
Definitely.
So
yes,
what made you even think that you could be a part of something like that, something so iconic?
Okay, so I was very lucky. I got contacted by the producers to play, you know, the role of Sam, you know, Sam Carmichael. And I grew up listening to ABBA, you know, ABBA, Boney M, Sounds of Music, My Fair Lady, all those things. So I was like, okay, fine. This is my first musical in Lagos. Yeah, I've done lots of theatre everywhere, but like my first in Lagos, and it's a big one. And I'm like, because of my love for ABBA, their evergreen music, you know, and nostalgia taking me back. I was like, I want to be a part of this. Then, of course, I mean, working through the holidays, I mean, was also exciting. This is going to be my first time that I'm not going to travel, that I'm going to be around and work from Christmas, walk over to the New Year. So we started rehearsals, and it was intense. I mean, normally this is something that could have taken us 3 months. We did it in 6 weeks. It was really intense. We were rehearsing for like about 7-8 hours every day, you know. So, and the turnout was great, the music, everything, and of course, so it was my opportunity to act, sing, and dance at the same time, and it was glorious. We had 19 amazing shows. It was totally fantastic. I loved everybody.
Let's hear one of the songs you had to sing on stage.
Okay, so one of the songs I sang was SOS. Because this is me coming back after 21 years, after, you know, to meet the woman I really, really loved, whom I left to go and marry someone else, and it didn't work out. So to me, come back 21 years, and I was trying, in the scene where I sang my first song, I was trying to suck up to her. You know, after I realized that I'm the potential father, I'm probably one of the potential fathers of the daughter she has. So she really gave me the cold shoulder. You know, when a Nigerian woman deals with you, you went for 21 years. So the song started like, where are those happy days? They seem so hard to find. I try to reach for you, but you have closed your mind. Whatever happened to our love? I wish I understood. It used to be so nice, it used to be so
Don't,
good.
don't, don't, don't.
So when you're near me, darling, can't you hear me? SOS.
Uh-huh. So did you succeed in the sucking up?
Ah, well, man, I finished the song and she, you know when they give the karate hand and she left me on stage and I had to go back again, you know, but eventually at the wedding that was supposed to be for our daughter, who decided not to get married and go and see the world with her boyfriend, then I brought her my ring and asked her to marry me. Well, my character was already divorced then, so I asked her to marry me. It was his last shot. It was the last scene. I mean, the guy had been getting cold shoulders all along. It was just the last scene. Like, this is the last. The guy,
If I don't get this, I don't
if I
get
don't
it.
shoot this shot, man. And he took a shot, and she said yes.
Interesting. So, in a way, you've had a very interesting journey in the acting world. Let's look at acceptability, not from the viewers now, because viewers would, first of all go like, the shocker of seeing you, and then eventually get to buy into the character you play. But let's look at the other actors. How have you been accepted?
Okay, I think for me, one of the things I'm going to thank God for is the way I was raised. So growing up as a kid, as an albino kid, my parents never treated me differently. My kid sister and I have a kid sister who's so pretty, who's also an albino as well, and Emishi. Our parents never treated us differently. I have two elder siblings who are dark skinned. My parents are dark skinned. So, but the thing is, they never treated us differently at all. We did the same house chores. We did the same thing. We ate the same food. But I think they beat me more because I'm the only son, and I was totally mischievous. My mom used to threaten me to take me to a remand home when I was a kid. Don't tell anyone.
Okay.
So,
I will try not to.
so growing up, we were never treated differently. So I never grew up feeling different. So anywhere I am, it's just me. I feel as far as I'm concerned, I'm a black man. So I think it's the way I've also been able to present and carry myself all along that has just made everyone just, oh, this is how it is. Because I believe that it's the way you present yourself to the world that people, take you. So and all the while, it's just me in my own world, feeling like James Bond.
being like, okay.
So far so good. Of course then also it's not likely that everyone may like you, but this is also work. But so far so good. It's been a good ride. I haven't had anything out of the ordinary. Then because of who I am, I overlook things. I'm quick to move on. I have a very, very healthy self-esteem as far as I'm concerned. So far so good. It's been good.
So parents, please take note. How you bring them up counts a great deal. See what he's doing now. But we'll take a moment and we'll find out what next for Demilola. Join us again. Thank you for staying with us. We still have Demilola Ogunsi, a.k.a. Goldfish, in the studio, a.k.a. Akajo. And I have...
So good.
Come on. I have some people who are really excited that you're here. Oh, really? O.C. Adama says, see how Mr. Demilola Ogunsi, a.k.a. Akajo, looks very cute. Says, it's indeed good and great to follow on streams. That's only where pure joy and fulfillment lie.
Oh, thank you. That's such a sweet thing to say.
Ashiwaju Oliole Adiojo says, this Akajo guy is just awesome. He said I should tell you. So I've told you.
Thank you very much.
So,
thank you.
Banker, before banker, what was it?
Real estate.
Real estate, banker, and then actor. So what next?
Okay, so for me, my own productions are going to start very shortly. Now, still on my acting career, I'm actually I'm looking at a global career. So I'm not limiting myself to Nigeria alone. So I've started working on the international aspects of my career, as me speaking with agents in different countries and trying to see what I can do. So that is there. That's going to be there for the rest of my life. Movie production is something I'm really passionate about. I'm also going to now before I do things, I also like to learn a lot about it. So I definitely will at some point go back to film school, work on filmmaking. Going to be doing my own films very, very soon. I have some very, very crazy ideas that are coming forth very, very soon. Eventually, which is going to build into a media house. We're going to have our own studios where we can actually do our own films. So it's really a big vision. Things are going to happen shortly. And there's a car show coming this year. I'm a car enthusiast to the core. I love cars. I deal cars as well. So a car show is coming this year. Marriage must come this year.
I was going to ask you that. So when's the marriage
Because
coming?
I had a feeling. I was looking at your eyes. I was looking at your eyes are twitching like, okay, you going to talk about that? So yeah,
Okay.
that's definitely going to come this year as well. So basically, those are the things that are right in front of me right now. My acting is going to be there, movie production is going to be there, the car show is going to be there, and of course real estate, which you also mentioned,
You also get
is something
back in.
we're also going to work on and get it big. So because we need something to power all the other things that we're doing. So
Okay, in all of this is the beginning of the year. Now, there are those who went to church 31st of December or went to wherever they go to for prayers and all of that
Okay.
from 31st of December into the new year. So the question of faith, where does that come in for you? Faith and what you do.
Well, firstly, I'm going to say it out there that I'm a Christian. I'm a born-again Christian. I really believe in God. I know there is God, and I know Him, and I daily work on my relationship with Him. So where does a faith come in? I believe that all the talents that God has given us, it's for us to use to better the earth in one way or the other. Everybody has been given a talent. And God wants us to use that talent to make the world a better place. So in my acting, I always see acting as not just going on stage to perform, but being able to entertain people, being able to also show them the glory of what God has given me, the talent. I want someone to be able to watch what I've done and say, wow, I can see God in this guy through what he has done. I can see there's something about this guy's acting that draws me near to God. There's something about the movies that I'm also trying to create, because I'm a bit focused on the Christian aspect. That, someone should watch a movie and like, oh, feel the love of Christ in what I do. Even up to the car shows, whatever. I want people to be able to see God and be able to connect with Him and see God through me. So that's really, really important to me everywhere I go, in everything I do.
And if you're going to talk to those who are maybe born with one challenge or the other, what they consider challenges, what would you say to them as they also desire to pursue their dreams?
Well, the thing I'm going to say is this, that if you look at it, are there really challenges or disabilities? Now, I'm not trying to be silly, but I'm saying that if life has dealt you a particular card or a particular hand, you need to play that hand. Everyone, I believe to a very large extent, what makes you unique also makes you special. Because I've always looked at myself and I'm like, the way I look makes me unique. Being fair skinned makes me unique. And I'm going to milk it. Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm the next James Bond. I'm this, I'm that. I can do anything. Everybody, nothing can stop anyone. So whatever thing you believe is a challenge, or is a challenge, is something you can use to better your life. You can find something around it. I believe there's always a way. So I don't believe, we all have one life to live. And at the end of life, you can't sit and blame anyone and say, oh, it was because of this, it's because of that. Because if you do look around, you would find someone in a similar situation who's making the best of what life has dealt them.
Yeah.
So what I just think is that wherever you are, whatever you do, whatever is going on in your life right now, there is a way out. And it's the beginning of a new decade. You can always have a new goal, have a new plan, dream a new dream, do something. Push for it. I mean, life is not going to come give it to you. You have to go there and go get it.
And get it yourself.
And if you go out and get it, you will find out that the battle is actually won. You just needed to go, to the battlefront. So that's what I really think.
Thank you, Demi. One question that someone's asking here, just last question from a viewer. Okay. Michael says to ask you, what makes you accept a role?
Okay, for me, one of the things that makes me accept a role is, firstly, I need to connect with the role, with the character. So a lot of time I get scripts and I ask, please let me read, and I tell the director or the producer, let me read the script. So I read the script and I checked, am I connecting with this character? Can I play this character? Actually, there's no character I can't play. But also, do I want to play this character? I mean, I also look at it vis-a-vis my own personal goals, the things in my bracket of things that are acceptable. Is this acceptable? How would this also, I'm trying to project a character, but at the end of the day, what would this also, say about me? Where does this add to my career and all that? So these are things that I look at. So I'm really very careful. I'm trying to build the kind of brand I'm trying to build. I'm trying to build that kind of brand where a movie starts and you see Leonardo DiCaprio, for example, or Denzel Washington, and you want to watch. So that's the kind of person I'm trying to be in. And I really do not want to be in every film.
Thank you. That's a good place to leave it.
I don't want to be everything.
Thank you, Demilola Ogunsi, a.k.a. Goldfish, a.k.a. Akajo.
Oh, shit. I can't just keep following me around.
Thank you for sharing your day with us.
Thank you so much.
And the rest of the world. Thank you so much. And that is Sunrise today. I want to thank you for letting us be a part of your morning. Yes, Alera had to leave for something very, very vital, and she sends her apologies to you. But we'll be back with you same time, same station on Saturday. Bye-bye.